Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 2nd, and today was a lovely day. We had one freak rainstorm that popped up out of nowhere. Like, I heard a little bit of lightning and thunder off in the distance, and then thought, well, what the heck, and I thought I better put the dogs inside because it sounds like it might be coming this way. I looked at the map and it was just above us to the north, but I thought I better go ahead and get them in. So I got all the dogs inside, went back out to grab my cushions and the fan and all the other stuff outside, and it just cut loose. Like, it came down, wind and rain, and just stormed like hell. And literally the time it took me to grab my fan and my cushions and stuff, my whole back of my body was just soaking wet because that's the way the wind was blowing in from the north. And I guess we even had a twister that touched down at the airport up here, real close by. So I went for my run later and saw a bunch of trash cans blown over and stuff in the neighborhood. And we're talking about full trash cans, not empty. So it's pretty good gusts of wind going on. The dogs didn't seem to really care. They played inside a little bit. A couple of them just kind of chilled out. One of them ended up back in his crate again, because that's kind of where he spends a lot of his time. I think he spends a lot of his day in a crate at home. So he spends a lot of his time in the crate here. I think it's where he feels most comfortable. So went ahead, got that taken care of. Got up stupid early with the puppy again. Did not get in the hot tub. I don't know why, I just didn't. Probably could have, but ended up basically tying the puppy up to the couch, so basically he wouldn't run around and fight too much and make too much noise with our dog, which wouldn't have been the end of the world because my bride is actually staying out at the golf course, so she's not here at the moment, so it's really not affecting her. But I just didn't really feel like I wanted to listen to him wrestle and play that hard that early, so went ahead, got a few other things taken care of, ran out to the golf course to walk Teddy, got his walk done. It's been pretty hot lately and he's not doing real well in the heat. He's pretty old, so been keeping our walks extra short as best we can. Had a few other things taken care of. I got the appointment, tried to change the appointment for my father-in-law's blood work and whatnot, and could not get it, so we're just going to stick with Thursday at 1 p.m. and get that taken care of, so it's not a big deal there. But went ahead and everything was going good. Got a few other things taken care of. Got back on the way back from walking the dog, I stopped in at Tractor Supply because I checked online and they had the little kids, like little, I guess, swimming pool things. I thought I'd get one. So one dog just loves water. He gets hot easily. So I thought, well, I'll buy him one of those. And I'm like, they're $10, no big deal. So I had curbside pickup. I did not order it that way because I thought, well, if it's curbside pickup available right now, that means they would have it in stock. I could just swing by and get it, not have to worry about it. So grabbed the dog. We went inside and found somebody. They're like, oh, nope, we're out. I'm like, when you're out? Like, the online says you have it. She goes, oh, yeah, that thing's never right. It's da-da-da, whatever. And I'm like, shit. So luckily it wasn't a full wasted trip out there, because the fact that I had to be on this side of town anyway to walk the dog. So it wasn't the end of the world, but it did kind of suck. So I ended up laying a tarp out in the yard and basically kind of a low spot and filled it up with water. So it wasn't very deep, but allowed them to play in it, allowed them to kind of splash around the water a little bit, and they seemed to have fun with it. So they're having a good time. They seem to be, the dog that's always hot keeps digging in. I assume he's trying to get to softer or wet dirt to lay on his belly to cool him off and stuff. And that's super annoying. My yard is just trash back there. There's a couple spots I just cannot get grass to grow. So the dogs seem to always want to fight and wrestle. And man, they just get filthy in the process. So went ahead, had fun with it. But got back to the house, hung around a little bit. Finally, the puppy went home, the puppy went home. Everything was pretty good overall in general. So went ahead, said to hell with it. Got that all taken care of. My bride decided she was going to go up to Port Orange to hang out with her son and stepmother, for his stepmother, not hers, for dinner and that. I guess had some paperwork she had to fax in for some doctors or something, so she had to pick it up. And then since she was going up there, they decided to go ahead and feed her. So they went up there for that. I decided I was going to try and go tomorrow to go up and take my father-in-law's meds to him, because we do his medication each week. My wife fills it up on a little weekly pill bottle, not a pill bottle, but the little weekly daily thing. So she fills it up, and then I go up to his house, drop it off, and then I'll grab the morphine out of the safe, since he had not used it properly. So now it's behind lock, so he cannot access it. So I went ahead, got similar stuff. He actually called to tell me that he was going to be out in the morning, so I had to kind of work around his schedule. I said, well, I'm planning on bringing it up tonight, so I'll just do it tonight, not have to worry about it. So I went ahead. I only had the one dog. Actually, I had a couple dogs I could take with me, but I left the one dog home, took the other dog with me and stuff and whatnot, headed up that way. Got there. It was really not, I looked it up from where my bride's son lives to her dad's house, and then where I live, it's only a 12-minute difference. So I figured instead of making her put extra time in, you know, it's an extra 24 minutes different for me, so I'll just do it. So that way it's less work on her and everything else, especially since she's staying out at the golf course and whatnot because of the dog. So it is what it is there. So got that done, went up and ran that route, decided to hit Arby's on the way back. So I grabbed some curly fries and a brisket sandwich, I think it was smokehouse brisket sandwich, something like that. And the sandwich was cold. Like, it was literally like, it was warm at best, and it was awful. And I was just like, come on, guys, you guys should be able to do better than this. So the fries are okay. They're a little stingy on their fries. I don't know what it is. It used to be the extra large fry, the biggest one they have, would be completely heaping full, like falling out into the bag. It was so low, no fries fell out, and they tasted like they were like older too, like they'd not been fresh made. So I was like, I was disappointed. It's like $10. It's not the end of the world, but it's still just, you know, I crave the Arby's fries. They're probably my second favorite potato product at a fast food restaurant. My favorite, still hands down, is a potato Lay's from Taco John's, but there is no Taco John's within like probably, I don't know, 500 miles of me or something like that. So I don't get Taco John's anymore, and it just kind of sucks. So I was craving these, and I really should have just stuck with just the fries instead of held it and not got the sandwich as well too. But I got the sandwich, and I was disappointed in the whole thing, but it is what it is. So I went ahead, got that done, got back here to the house, hung out in the evening, ended up outside in the patio with the dogs, had myself a cigar, just kind of chilled out, made it for a fairly lazy evening out there. Everything was good. Temperature cooled off decently. I wasn't out there sweating or nothing, but I did get my run in before I went and took the meds up to him, because I was going to like run afterwards. And I thought, no, because by the time I eat my sandwich and the fries, if I'm feeling a little more full, I don't want to run out on a full stomach. So instead of hell, I got my run and my shower in before I went up there. So that made life a little bit easier too. But overall, pretty good evening. I was exhausted. I was heading to bed early. I actually called my wife to tell her. Actually, I got to text her and said I was heading to bed. Then she called me. We chatted a little bit, which is not usually the case. Usually she's in bed way before I am in that whole process. But I was just exhausted. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just, I don't know. I've not been getting good sleep. I think mostly because she's not here. Doesn't help me eating stuff and whatnot. But it is what it is. So anyway, that's what I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.